coil cord jig I make for tempering them. Make my own coil cores, drill them, tap them, 8/30 seconds. Sandblast them.
So, y'all sell taxi supplies?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I just called you.
Yep. Hang on one second.
How much is your barrels a piece?
$2. Hang on one second. Got my coils built, wound, wrapped, got it all wired. Beautiful set of coils here. Got this armature bar, made it, built the armature bar, built. Look at the nice, that thing's nice and centered. That's a nice armature bar. It's a light armature bar. Great for lining. Okay, got that. That'll be a nice binding post made. I didn't make the contact screw. Made the binding post. You know, I'm gonna go powder coat this frame. I'm gonna show you guys this frame and let you get a quick look at this. Let me turn this camera up here. Hang on. Oh, whoops, that's zoom. We don't want zoom. I wanted volume. Okay, I'll walk over here to where I'm going to powder coat this frame at. Get you guys a quick look at this. Okay, here's the frame. We're going to powder coat this bad boy. A wet gloss. Okay. So get a good even coverage on there. There we go. Okay. Alright, we're good on powder coating. Alright, CNC going to go ahead and put this kick-ass frame, this machine back together. Look at those fucking flames in that machine, man. That's quality. That's not somebody else's re-put together machine, reassembled machine. This is built by me. I put the flames, powder coat, temper this machine frame to get these nice colors in here. Okay, look at those. Okay, we're going to put this machine back together. I'm going to show you my coils. These coils, super nice coils. I make these coil cores. I wind the coils. I wire them. I build them. I insulate them. I do all of that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and show you this armature bar. I make the armature bars. Okay. Alright. Make the springs. Now, here's the thing too about springs. Icon, blah, 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 this or that. You know, as long as your millimeters are in the, within the correct tolerances, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Of a 16 gauge, you know, or a 20 gauge spring. You can make your own springs. I mean, you're going to need a caliper to gauge millimeters and things like that, but, you know, you don't have to spend $8 on a set of springs. You can, but I don't see the point in that. You know, as long as you're taking a caliper and you're measuring. Let me get a caliper here real quick. Where's my caliper? Okay, as long as you take your caliper, you know, you can, which is what this is, you can go, and I use this thing all the time, you can take your spring, scrunch down on that thing, okay, convert this over to millimeters. We're at 0.33 millimeters, okay. I'm not going to tell you what your tolerances are for springs because I'm not showing you how to build tattoo machines. This spring is what on the front is what I want it to be, okay. And you can take any spring and that you buy from a commercial production place, and none of them are ever going to be exactly the same millimeter as the one you had on there before. There's a tolerance that's acceptable, and we all live by that, whether you know it or not. Okay, 33 is just fine for what I want on here. Okay, now this one has a number on the back. This 20 gauge. That's 0.53. Okay, and I don't care where you get a 20 gauge spring from. There's going to be certain parameters, a low end and a high end, and in that range, it's 20 gauge. Just save your fucking money, all right? Don't buy $8 spring sets. Oh, well, it's got a blah, blah, blah spring on it, or it's got this spring. Okay, man, cool. You spend your money up. It's all good. But no two springs of those are exactly alike. We're dealing with metals and machines that cut these and press and bend. They're not exactly alike. As long as they're within the tolerance, zones of what's an acceptable low end and high end, and it's within that middle, you're fucking fine, man. Don't waste your goddamn money. And don't let people tell you that you need to fucking buy this spring or that spring. Fuck that shit. I hate that. I hate it. Okay? Let's put this machine together. Nothing pisses me off more than somebody telling you what you have to fucking buy when I know goddamn well they're full of shit. Don't be taken advantage of. Okay? Let's put this machine together. Now I know when I took this machine apart, what's under my drop cloth here? What's under here? For my Dremel. Okay, I know when I took this machine apart, well I did. It's not that way now. My drop cloth is set up, or my dental apron, I use these when I tattoo also. My dental apron is set up in the way that I had this machine taken apart. So when I put it back together, I know exactly where shit goes, okay? So, we're going to go ahead. Put that rascal in there. Put my shim on the back, because that's where it goes on this one, okay? My wires are high enough up off of the bottom of the coil core that I don't need a shim on the bottom of all my tattoo machines, okay? Some of them you do, some of them, I can put one on and it doesn't need it. If it doesn't need a shim, then I'm not worried about my wires getting broke by tightening the coil against the frame, the coil deck, okay? So, now I usually say use a rubber band, but I'm not in this instance, and I'll probably fuck it up now that I'm not. Anyway, I hope not. Because I ain't editing shit tonight. Okay. I'm going to put this other... And just a quick tip. I'm using brass screws on this for decorative purposes. Brass is less conductive than zinc plated or, copper screws, which if you can find copper coil screws, then fucking hat tip, whatever. Anyway, brass is less conductive, so I could diminish the machine's efficiency by using brass, which is less conductive than, regular 8/32 combo head bolt from Home Depot, which is zinc plated. Okay, this is more conductive than this brass. I know because I tested with my multimeter. Okay, it's not going to diminish the machine's efficiency to any considerable amount because it's a quality fucking machine from start to finish. So, and if you had a shit import machine and a bunch of different things wrong with it, then this is going to definitely play a part in your machine's inefficiency, along with a host of other fucking issues. Okay, enough rambling. Okay, rear binding post, everything's, on here, okay? Insulating washers and everything. We're going to go ahead and put this thing together on the back side. Goddamn gloves. Them reservoir tips, man. At least they ain't ribbed. Anyway, I'm stupid. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. I'll also show you guys a cool trick when I do the rear binding post, where I take a needle bar with the needle grouping snipped off, run it up into the bottom of the rear binding post. Okay, then I run it inside the hey, get in there. Then I run it inside the bottom of the frame here, and what that does is let me tighten the binding post down without, and it keeps it aligned, okay? So, that's that, okay? Front binding post, okay? Chop it like it's hot. Anyway. Look how nice and clean my wiring is, okay? Real nice and fucking clean, not a bunch of garbled, knotted up ass shit, okay? My bad. Put one washer too many on here. The washer doesn't go on here, but let me drop that on the floor. Actually, let me get another shim washer out of here, because you need to have a shim washer against your insulating washers, because if you don't, what will happen is you run the risk of those things mushrooming as you tighten metal against plastic, and then they deform in the hole, and then your screws may come in contact with the frame and short it out anyway. You guys watched my other videos, you know this stuff. I'm just merely speaking as I put this machine back together so that you can see how a quality machine is done, okay? How a quality machine is done. Dope! Okay. And you can buy machines from me, from $100 up to $300, okay? The difference isn't in performance, but in price. There's some cosmetic differences, and there's some, coil differences. But overall, you can get a machine from me starting at $125. So snug these down. I'm not tightening everything up just yet. Okay. Fucking phone battery want to die all the time. Not tightening these down just yet, just snugging them a little bit on here. Okay. Making sure everything's lined up like it needs to be. All my wires are out of the way. It's a nice looking fucking machine, real clean. Look at the flames. I'm just like a fish looking at the shiny lure. I don't want to use it, I just want to look at it. Okay. Now that I dropped that other washer, let me get two more. So I always use two washers. Oh, another thing I want to show you. My armature bars come with combo heads, not fucking Allen wrenches. I hate Allen wrench heads. You can't never tighten them enough. You strip them out, you got to fumble for 15 different fucking Allen wrench heads. Combo heads on all my shit. You can use a Phillips, you can use a standard. Good old American shit, okay? And I always recommend you use 2 washers of descending size, you know, from bigger to smaller from the bottom, or from the top, smaller to bigger toward the bottom, okay? Now, screw this in, and I'm using brass on this just because I like the way the brass looks against the dark frame that I tempered, okay? Now, slide that over yonder, okay? And I need to add a washer to the front binding post. I had some damn washer. I had everything laid out on this damn napkin. I don't know where in the hell my washer slipped off to. Probably dropped it. It don't surprise me. Okay. Shim washer. Super handy shim washers. There's the other one trying to sneak away on me. These come in different thicknesses, you know, 0.015, 0.020, different thicknesses that you may need for raising parts different heights, or moving them left or right. Typically they're on tattoo machines in the coils and in the binding post on the front binding post, but about the only place that I know of for shim washers anyway. Okay, we're doing good. Okay, tighten that up a little bit. Okay, looking at my coil gaps, right on time, man. I'm gonna show you here right now as soon as I turn this on. I get a different screwdriver. That head on that screwdriver is kind of funny, so it's a pointy head. See, combo head. Don't matter which screwdriver I grab, I can get my machine fixed. Okay. Fuck Allen and his wrenches. All right. Okay, got that. We're gonna go turn this bad boy on, line everything up. I'm gonna put a needle on it. Okay, machine's all together. Beautiful. You know, these coils are 10 wrap. You know, it's a liner, but I wrapped them 10 wrap anyways. It didn't matter. You know, I mean, you can change the springs out on it and armature bar if you want later and make it a shader. Hell, anyway. But it's 10 wrap in this video. That's what I got these coils wrapped at. Needle bar right down the center of the tube vise. Built the armature bar. Built everything on this machine except for the frame. Okay. Beautiful flames. Blasted in there. Clear coated a nice powder coated over it. Okay, let's listen to this machine. Let's watch what it is. I'm pushing hard on this dang armature bar. Look at my duty cycle. I ain't stopping it. It can go higher. It can go lower. It can go higher. It's 10 So, anyway, want you to notice